Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are doing the What's Next on the undefeated former 2-division world champion Shakur Stevenson, as he is now a legitimate lightweight contender and a legitimate lightweight after he made his official debut taking on a Japanese contender in the previously undefeated Yoshino and dominated him to a 12 round, or to a TKO victory. I think it was a 7th or 8th round stoppage in his debut at 135. So if anybody thought that Shakur wasn't gonna be strong at 135, they were sorely mistaken. Now, before I get into that, guys, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get. You don't like what I'm doing, thumbs down, leave me a comment, I'll take it. But back to Stevenson. So for anybody that thought he wasn't going to be a strong guy at 135, well, they were wrong. He was strong. He put Yoshino down early and then just pressed him and dominated and stopped him. So Shakur is here to stay. Yes, he overmatched Yoshino, but I don't like the shit that some people will say about Stevenson, like this guy wasn't anybody. No, this guy had defeated Nakatani 3 rounds faster than Lomachenko did. And Nakatani's a good-ass fighter. And then he beat Masayuki Ito. He stopped him too, who's a former champ. A legitimate world champ. So, I mean, this guy, yeah, he hasn't fought, anybody on the level of Shakur Stevenson, but there's not many people of anybody that are on the level of Shakur Stevenson. So, that's just a stupid type of thing to say by some fans. And, this is a good debut opponent for Shakur at 135 to see what he's made of at 135. And he breezed through it and dominated. So, Shakur, good to go. And, it was nice to see him get a debut win there. Now, the big question is what's next for him? Well, we really don't know. I mean, a lot is going to be said and a lot needs to be discussed after Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight on May 20th. Because yes, Devin Haney is going to be done with his, if he wins, he's done with his top-ranked contract. He can go wherever he wants. I think Devin Haney would prefer a Tank Davis fight. Now, does Tank Davis want that fight? That's the big question. We don't know. Will the WBA order such a fight? Because Tank Davis is their regular champ, and Haney, the winner of Haney-Lomachenko, would be their super champion. That's the big question right there. We don't know. So if it's Devin Haney, then we got to see. Now, would Devin Haney instead want to fight Shakur? I mean, the two guys have talked shit to each other, and all that. Shakur said he wants to fight Devin Haney, but Tank Davis seems like a more beatable opponent, and you're going to make more money with him. So do I think Haney's going to want the Shakur Stevenson smoke? I don't think so. That's my opinion. I don't think Haney's going to want to fight Stevenson. Not next, anyways. Now Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko's next. Would Lomachenko fight Stevenson? Here's the thing. I think Lomachenko would probably want to fight Tank Davis more too, especially if the WBA orders it. But I think it's more likely, if Stevenson's going to fight the winner of that fight, it would be more likely if it's Lomachenko that Stevenson would fight him next, because they're both with top rank. Although, I think the winner of that fight is really going to be looking at Tank Davis first. That's just my opinion. So, overall, the chances are there for both those guys, but Shakur is probably the second option. So that's just what I'm going to say there. Then you got George Kambosos Jr. He's going in a different direction, trying to build himself back up. I don't see Stevenson and Kambosos being likely, especially Kambosos is not going to want to fight a guy like Shakur, knowing how good Shakur is, and he's already coming off of back-to-back losses to Devin Haney. Then you got, Tank Davis and Shakur, and not next. Davis, I think Davis is going to look at the winner hard Haney and Lomachenko, especially if the WBA orders the fight. I think so, but I think Tank Davis and Shakur, it's going to be a while before we see that showdown. Isaac Cruz, not going to happen because Cruz has already passed on Shakur Stevenson, and they're with different promoters. So I don't see this fight getting made at all. Jermaine Ortiz, I think this fight is a possibility, even though Stevenson probably wouldn't want to fight Jermaine Ortiz. He probably will fight a guy like Jermaine Ortiz because I don't believe, this is just my gut, I don't believe Shakur is going to get the winner of Haney and Lomachenko. He could, but I'm leaning towards he won't. So I think a fight with a guy like Ortiz makes a lot of sense because Ortiz did so well against Lomachenko in his last fight, and he's a top-ranked guy. You got William Cepeda, undefeated contender. He's moving himself in position to try to fight for a title. He's with DAZN. I'm leaning towards, it's not likely that Golden Boy and Top Rank will get together for this fight, but you never know, it could happen because Stevenson is a draw. Jeremiah Nakathila, which would be a rematch. I don't think Stevenson's interested in a rematch, even though it's at 135. So I don't see it. And then finally, Gustavo Lemos, another one I don't see because Lemos is a contender at you know, is competing in the IBF rankings. So for me, it's probably the winner of I think there's a chance the winner of Lomachenko and Stevenson. You know, I think there's a chance of that, but not likely. And you know, not likely that I don't know. It's not that it's not likely. I just think he's the second option after Tank Davis. I think the winner of that fight is going to be sitting on top of the world, and they're really going to want to fight Tank Davis next. So, and I think Tank maybe is riding that wave of confidence that he'd be willing to fight Haney or Lomachenko next. So going to be interesting to see where Stevenson shakes out in that mix. I really do believe it's going to be somebody like Jermaine Ortiz, though. That's what I see happening. So we'll see what goes down. But that's it. That's what I got. That's the what's next on the undefeated former 2-division world champion Shakur Stevenson following a dominating TKO victory over Japanese contender Yoshino as he remains undefeated and pushes forward towards a title shot in a third weight class. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been here with the truth.